So this week or two before Glorious Goodwood is how the parade ring is looking, in very nice condition, and we're here to talk to somebody who will be familiar to Goodwood racegoers from a few years ago. James Crespi, racecourse director. Haven't we seen you before, as they say?
You have indeed, Steve. Yep.
You were at Goodwood previously, you were away for 8 years and now you're back, so just tell us a little bit about that sort of personal journey first of all.
Yeah, of course. Well, I worked at Goodwood for 10 years, half my time on the motorsport events and then the rest of it up here at the racecourse. And I left 8 years ago to go and run the West Wittering estate, so I swapped a racecourse for a beach, which was quite a surreal experience. And then after that I went to work for the Jockey Club and ran Epsom Downs racecourse, and had a rather eventful derby this year, and now here I am, and must say really glad to be back at Goodwood.
Yeah, the job you did at Goodwood before and the job you're doing now, a lot of similarities. Has that been sort of replicated in what you've done elsewhere? For example, what was it like going from here to West Wittering? Were you doing some of the same things, or was it completely different?
Similar. I mean, a lot of it was that sort of estate management, and obviously you're dealing with hundreds of thousands of people, no different to the West Wittering estate here. So I certainly, the big thing I took from coming away from Goodwood was that attention to detail, and if you're going to do something, do it really well. So a lot of that sort of customer experience, that real sort of magic that we can do here at Goodwood, that's certainly something I hope that I was able to sort of take with me in the last 8 years.
And the fact that you've come back suggests that when you were here before you rather enjoyed it and felt you'd made a difference.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I guess the place has always felt like home, so when I was given the opportunity to return, it was something I couldn't turn down at all. It is an incredible racecourse, in my opinion, the sort of most beautiful one in the world. We host the pinnacle of the sort of flat racing calendar in 10 days' time. And I remember from years gone by when the festival was on, it sort of felt like you were at the centre of the world. So to come back and be part of that again, feel very fortunate.
One of the things I remember you saying to me last time you were here, when you were planning for a Glorious Week, is that once it starts, it's like you're running a small town. It really is that, there's that much to think about and to do, and so many different strands to pull together.
Yeah, absolutely, and nothing's changed at all, and in fact it's got bigger. I mean, the structure we're sitting in now, in the 8 years I've been away, you can see how the venue and the facilities have increased, and we're sitting here in this incredible bar with an upper deck that looks onto the best looking parade ring in the country, and then behind you out to the Solent and the Isle of Wight. So in terms of that, yeah, absolutely, it's just great to be involved in that again.
And plans for this year, how are they coming together? All systems go and all on course?
Yeah, I think touch with the weather at the moment, it's been on our side. We've obviously had a lot more water than we did this time last year, so Ed and his team haven't been as flat out, but they're still running around. Lots of painting, lots of building, lots of the most exciting build at the moment is the Secret Garden, and that is a real sort of unique facility where you are literally walking into an English country garden. So we've got people in there now building that, and almost looks like a film set. So yeah, it's a hive of activity, but going well at the moment.
So you're not quite at the stage yet where you now want the first day and 11 o'clock on that Tuesday to come.
No,
There's still a little bit to do.
Yeah, there is.
But you will be.
There is, and
those.
We get a lot done on the run up. You sort of work long days and what have you. But the team have worked hard, and I think the place looks really well. And the finishing touches come in next week. All those colourful, magnificent banners and what have you that really make the event sort of ping will be put in place.
How have ticket sales been? Because we hear a lot about the leisure industry having had a hard time. There's a cost of living crisis on. The people have got fewer pounds and pence to spend. Have ticket sales struggled, or have they been okay this year?
I think our ticket sales have performed well. Coming back in, I was pleased to see that we are, we're still up there. But at the same time, not surprised, because I think the one thing Goodwood can offer is that feeling at an event that you don't really get anywhere else, and that, you know, I think that sort of, you know, that it's testament now to our sales, the fact that they are up there and performing well. You know, there are still sort of tickets available, but you know, they are shifting, so we would you know, definitely get ahead and book up.
End of the week tends to sell
Absolutely,
out by
yeah.
the time it comes around,
Yeah.
doesn't it? Yeah. And during the week itself, will you get a chance to enjoy any racing, or will you be running around everywhere? And
I'd like
making
to
sure
say
everything's
I will get to enjoy the racing, but no doubt there'll be a lot of running around in between it. But always used to have make a point to go and watch a race on the Trundle. That was always a sort of a little sort of tradition, you know, annual tradition that we had. So that's the plan, and hopefully everything will, you know, go smoothly so we can still do that.
And just to give people an idea of the sort of sheer scale of the event, you know, during the week there'll be something like 100,000 people over the 5 days coming in. How many people are going to be here working on it and making it happen? And
Yeah, it's a good question. I mean, I think you know, the catering staff alone are probably touching sort of 600-700, from chefs to waiters to bar staff, and then we have everyone else that makes it work behind the scenes. So it's a good question. I'd probably say there's another 2,000 people here actually, you know, making it happen, doing various different jobs.
Yeah, incredible. And when the week is over, you'll be able to breathe again. Will you go down to West Wittering for the day? And
I'm not sure I'll be. No, I think that's a bit of a busman's holiday for me now. But you know, we're a week later this year, so as soon as the festival's out of the way, we'll be focused on the August bank holiday, which again is another really great weekend of racing here, and obviously a lot of entertainment for children and families as well. So that's another one to sort of to make sure it's in your diary for coming up events.
Yeah. Well, good luck with the rest of the planning, and very best of luck to the whole team for the week.
Thanks, Steve. Good to see you again. Cheers.